Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Becca with House of Lenormand. I wanted to go and take a moment and say hello, welcome to all of the new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys being with me here today, and I hope that this video can help give you guys a little bit of clarification. I had a viewer that commented on one of my videos, and I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to, I don't know, for privacy, but Jay, if you're watching, this is for you. I think the question on everyone's mind is, when is he gonna leave? I hear you. I hear you. I think we're all pulling our hairs out. We're all going a bit nuts. And so today I wanted to revisit the Grand Tableau that I did. I'm going to be taking this and chunking it down in little bits. It's really noisy in my neighborhood today. The neighborhood kids are out skateboarding, the garbage trucks are going around, and the only quiet place that I could find to do anything was in my room. So I only have this area that I can fit into the frame of my iPad. So I hope that that's okay for you guys, and I hope that it's not too much of an inconvenience. So going back to the video, we're discussing the Grand Tableau again today. I had done this reading April 11th, 2019. And when I did the Grand Tableau, I set the intention to go forward 8 months. So to get a forecast for Donald Trump for the next 8 months. So each vertical column here, in my mind, when I did the read before I laid the tableau, I had designated each vertical column to represent a month, as you can see here. So this vertical column is May, June, July, August, so on and so forth till we get to December. The question is, when is he going to leave? So as we can see here, this whole portion right up here is the Grand Tableau. And I do the traditional 8x4 plus 4, which means you have 8 columns going this way with 4 this way and an additional 4 down here, which is your line of fate. He lands, the significator for Donald Trump is the man card, card number 28. He lands at the very, very bottom here in the line of fate. I can only see him with 2 cards ahead. So all of this stuff up here, he has no control over any of this stuff. This is everything that's on his mind, and he has no control over anything except this right here. These 2 cards, the whip in the house of the anchor, the mice in the house of the cross. That's all I can see for him. There are 2 ways to get him in here, in the body of the tableau. One technique is to count rounds, which is not something that I usually employ. And the other way is to follow the chain of houses. So with that, we would follow card number 28 for the man. He lands in the house of fish. We would go to the fish right here, and that lands in the house of the garden. And so we would follow it along the entire tableau, and we would end up with a series of cards from the beginning of the chain to the end of the chain, and we would read that as a sentence to see what's coming up for him or which direction he's going. The other way that I had mentioned was to count around in 9. So we see him here, card number 28. That's the man. So we would start here and we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He lands here. From here, 9 cards after is here. From here to here to here. Okay, so that's the other way to get him into the tableau. I wanted to mention the very first card that was laid for the tableau to open up the read was the scythe in the house of Rider. I pulled those here for you guys so that you can see the pictures better, for those of you that are not familiar with the numbers. So what opened up the read for the entire tableau was that there's news coming in, very dangerous news, news of a separation, news of a rupture, news of something that's getting cut away. Someone's delivering that news. What I found very interesting by employing the counting round, where we go 1, 2, 3, and he lands over here in the column for October. The news that arrives comes in October, card number 10. The scythe for the month is October. So we're going to be seeing news coming in for October for him. Let me go ahead and pull the count of 9, and I'm going to lay those cards out for you, and we're going to go through it together. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, everyone, so I'm back. I hope I'm speaking loudly enough for you. I've gotten some feedback as well that the volume is really low. I film, I record, I edit, and I upload on my iPad. I'm working with very limited equipment, so I'm gonna try to speak very clearly. So what I've done here is that I have went ahead and counted rounds, and let me see if this will focus. You see card number 28 there? I went ahead and pulled his card and all of the cards for the column in October. Okay, so these cards down here, these are the houses on which these cards landed on. So if you've watched my readings where we bounce around and we night, that's not going to apply here, because these are here to represent the houses in the tableau. Okay, this is what opened up the tableau. The news, the dangerous news, the separation, the cut comes in October. We went ahead and counted rounds, and we pulled him out of the tableau to see where he's going. So we see here he presents as the man. There's something new that's going to be successful on a trip. Okay, if we start looking at the houses in which it landed, we have the man and his money here. There's confusion or big trouble. The clouds corresponds to the Knight of Clubs. In the Lenormand system, there are negative cards, there are positive cards, and then there are neutral cards, because you need to have positive, neutral, and negative so that when they talk to each other, the cards talk to each other, you can see if the information is good or bad. Okay, so the man and his money, there's big trouble that's going to get cleared up. There's some sort of new fraud or fraud that's in the very early stages, something small in the very beginning. And here we see the trip. This is something foreign, something abroad, something far away, a vacation, a trip, going somewhere. And here we see the crossroads. The crossroads is the card of choices. It is the card of having to make a decision, and it's something that separates. It goes this way or that way. Okay, so we're seeing the separation here again for his column in the tableau for October. And here we have a peaceful retirement. Okay, so when we use the technique of counting around the tableau, this is what we get, and he ends up in the column for October, where it's showing that he's going to be taking a trip, separation, and a retirement. I am going to go ahead and pull the chain of houses for him, and I will pull those right out for you, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, so I pulled the cards for his chain, and again, just for a quick overview, the chain is, if we follow everything around the tableau, so we have the man in the house of fish. So we lay down the man, we lay down the fish. We find where the fish lands in the tableau. It lands in the garden. There's the garden. We follow the garden. Where's the garden? The garden is in the house of heart. I put down the heart. The heart, let me see, where is it? It's in the house of the whip. I put the whip down. The whip is in the house of the anchor. Anchor is in the house of coffin. Coffin is in the house of moon. Moon is in the house of birds. And the birds is in the house of house. And then If we follow the house, it lands back on him. So that's the entire chain. Okay. Here's the chain for you guys, so we can go through this together. I had to set it up this way, otherwise it's not going to fit in my frame. So we're not going to be pairing it. We're not going to be knighting. We're just reading this all the way across as if it were pages or words on a book. Okay. So we're seeing here him. Here's the public funds that are supposed to be for the public good. This could also be talking about funds for a party and a sexual affair. He does not reach his goal. This, the anchor in the Lenormand system is where you want to go to, your goals, your aspirations, what you're trying to reach, setting port. Okay, so he does not set port. And his career, his reputation, the moon here, will be heard in the house. So he does not reach his goal. All of this comes up. Everything from his taxes, his sexual affairs, the money that's being paid at his resorts here. Also, public funds that are supposed to be used for the good of the public and the abuses to that. He doesn't reach his goal. I have consistently been getting that he leaves in October. So I'm going to go do a couple of quick reads for you guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone. So I went ahead and I asked if he will be resigning in October. We have the scythe, the heart, and the mice. This is saying that there's something going on with him in October. Perhaps that has to do with his heart. Some sort of stress on the heart, or I don't want to say it, but something that cuts that. But this is saying yes. I'm going to go ahead and sage my cards, and I'm going to ask it, when is he going to leave office? I will be right back. Hey everyone, so sorry about that. I'm back. This question was to ask, when does he leave office? I got the book and the man. Look at that number right there. Add those two. What do you get? You get that. And then, just to push it a little bit further, I said, give me one card, yes or no. We have the sun. That is the most positive card in the system. We're looking at October. The tableau is saying October. Every reading that I have done has set up October. Let me go ahead. Let me go clean my cards again, and I'm going to pull a general forecast for October. Maybe that'll give us a little bit more detail. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I went ahead, I saged my cards, and I laid them face down in six different little piles, and I randomly just started shuffling them so I can get, shuffle them really, really good. Because this is such a small deck, I didn't want to run the risk of pulling repetitive cards because they weren't shuffled correctly. So I asked for a general forecast for Donald Trump in October. This is what I got. Let's go down each column. We're going to go this way. We're going to start knighting, and let's see where we're at. So right here down this very first column, we have the writer, the key, and the book. Second row here, we have the heart, the whip, the mountain, and then this third row here, we have the man, which is him, fish, and coffin. So we can see here that there's really, really, really important information coming in that's been kept secret. This right here, there's something about, this could be a sexual affair that's been delayed, or this could quite literally be something that's wrong with his heart, and there's some sort of a blockage. And on this column here, we're seeing that his businesses are not good. These two right here, that's bankruptcy. That's losing all of your money. This way, we see that there's news coming in for him that has to do with his heart or an affair. The news is also very significant about laundering money. And there's something here that's been covered up and delayed. Like they buried stuff. And it has to do, if we start knighting the book, what they buried in their books for his businesses. If we knight the writer knights to the fish. That's news and information, a delivery about his money and his finances. He knights to the key. There's something really important going on with him. The key knights here. So if you read these two, I'm not going to say it, but you guys make of it what you will. The man in the coffin. Okay, let's see here. This is important. There's an affair that's been kept secret. If this is talking about his heart health, it hasn't been disclosed. And if you knight here, I'm not going to say that either, but you guys make of that what you will. Or this could just be an affair that was buried, you know, but that's talking about loss, a ruin, the end, like a serious ending to something. But I can clearly see here that his businesses, it may come out that he's completely bankrupt, and all the money laundering right here, the abuse of his money, the abuse of his businesses, the criticism and the litigation that's going on around his money and his businesses, and the money laundering here. There's also the delays that we were seeing, the obstructions, the delays, the powerful enemy, that gets cleared up, and there's news coming out for him about that. The message is being delivered to him about that. And here we see that there's been some sort of a secret abuse or secret criticism, perhaps secret litigation that's been going on in private, and it has to do with his businesses and his money. But here's the money laundering, and here's bankruptcy. I'm not seeing the ship, which would speak about if the fish and the ship and the fish landed together, that would be a foreign business. I'm not seeing that here. I'm just reading what I have here for you. If there's more going on, I would have to refer back to the tableau. But the tableau showed him in October leaving. So yeah, this is his forecast for October. There's news coming in for him about an affair, news coming in for him about his money and the money laundering stuff that they've been trying to keep secret. This could be talking about, quite literally, his heart health. And here. And then if we knight him here. This doesn't have to be a literal death. You know, it could just be that he is absolutely ruined. Which comes back to the tableau. Right here on the very last row, we have the coffin in the house of the moon, which is talking about an end, a painful loss, sorry, to your career and your reputation. Also, that last row for December, that could be, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to give that sort of stuff any energy. But yeah, this here, okay, so you guys, financial ruin and a serious loss. I don't want to say that this is literal, but you guys make of that what you will. Okay, so I hope that this video wasn't too long. I'm gonna go ahead and edit it and try to upload it, and I will see you guys on my next one. Bye, have a great one.